The longest government shutdown in history is now in its 24th day, and neither side appears ready to budge on funding a southern border wall. As CBS's Mark Liverman reports, the shutdown is affecting another port of entry, airports.
A Republican ally of President Trump wants him to reopen the government.
I would urge him to open up the government for a short period of time, like 3 weeks, before he pulls the plug, see if we can get a deal.
The president and Democrats remain deadlocked over the border wall. Senator Lindsey Graham says if no deal is reached, President Trump should declare a national emergency to fund the wall. Other Republicans are skeptical of that idea.
If we do that, it's going to go to court and the wall won't get built.
It's unclear where President Trump stands on a deal. Over the weekend, he tweeted that the damage done to our country from a badly broken border is far greater than a shutdown.
Put an end to this shutdown and put everything on the table.
Democrats say the shutdown should end, and then they'll negotiate border security.
We were willing to talk about more border security when we were talking about DACA and Dreamers and coming up with a border security plan that made sense, not some medieval wall.
Meanwhile, 800,000 federal employees remain furloughed or working without pay. TSA employees are calling out sick at a higher rate. That forced Miami International Airport to close a terminal over the weekend.
Just for all those federal employees that are not getting paid, very unfortunate for them. I know they will get it back, but for the time being, it's got to be very troubling for them, and it's troubling for all of us that are going on flights.
Houston's Bush International Airport also closed parts of a terminal on Sunday. Mark Liverman, CBS News.
Miami and Houston are expected to reopen those terminals today. President Trump will sign a bill this week that guarantees all 800,000 workers will receive back pay, but they won't get any of that money until the shutdown is over. The suspect in the kidnapping of 13-year-old Jamie Kloss will be in court today. Jake Thomas Patterson is charged with 1 count of kidnapping and 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide for the murders of Jamie's parents in October. The Wisconsin teenager escaped from a cabin on Thursday. She's now living with her aunt. The woman who came across Kloss last week and got her help is actually the sister of a Helena man. MTM's Jonathan Ambarian has his story.
Tim Harris says he had seen news coverage about Jamie Kloss, the girl who went missing in Wisconsin nearly 3 months ago when her parents were killed.
I remember reading about it, hearing about it. I remember all about it. And when my sister called, the whole thing was not news to me.
But what was news to him was that his sister Jeannie had played a significant role in Jamie's safe return.
She called me to say, this is what happened. I just want you to know, they told us to call family and let them know that I'm okay, that nothing has happened to me, but we found Jamie Kloss. And I was quite blown away.
Jamie had managed to get away from the man who had kidnapped her. Jeannie had been walking her dog Henry near her cabin when she spotted the missing girl.
She told me, I did not want to go for a walk, but I felt something like God was saying, get up off the couch, get Henry, go for a walk. You never know what's going to happen. And she got out, and she's on her walk, and Jamie came walking towards her.
She quickly brought Jamie to a neighbor's house where they called 911. Harris says his sister was the perfect person for this situation, as she's a trained social worker.
She has great concern for other people. She's always had a real heart for working with kids.
He says it was a great feeling to know what she had been able to do.
I was, again, absolutely very proud of my sister. She just loves being able to help wherever she can. It's just an absolute trait of hers.
In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
And now closer to home, the body of a woman was discovered in a wrecked vehicle over the weekend after a passerby reported it as abandoned. The vehicle was located on Pryor Road south of Billings Sunday morning. The Montana Highway Patrol determined the woman was traveling east when the vehicle went off the road for unknown reasons. It rolled several times before coming to a stop. She was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle. The exact time of the crash is unknown. Alcohol and speed are considered factors in the crash. Following the election for the Northern Cheyenne tribe, the newly elected president says she wants unity. Tribal members elected Renalea Whiteman Pena as president in a special election on Thursday. She told MTN that she wants to work on jobs, education, taking care of the elderly, and more accountability taken by the tribal government.
Stand together to see us prosper. All of the things that our ancestors sacrificed so that we can have this homeland. We kind of forgot about where we really come from. We're Northern Cheyenne people, and unity, is what's going to keep us together as a nation. We need to strive for that.
She is set to be sworn in on January 21st. Last year, one basketball team in western Montana not only made an impact on the court, but in the community and beyond. The Arley Warriors started a push for suicide prevention awareness by making their video Warrior Strong. The video gained national attention, and the message has spread further than they could have ever imagined. Now in 2019, they've released their new campaign video in hopes of spreading suicide prevention even further.
Kids this age to be doing this stuff and try to impact the world, not just our little community. We try to do a lot in our community, and I'm glad it's spreading out more than just our little community, and I'm so proud of them. It's amazing what they're doing.
We want people to know that it's okay to be yourself, and it doesn't really matter about people and the negatives. When you have things like the Warrior Movement to help, distract people from all those things, it really helps make a difference.
And for more information, you can visit jointhewarriormovement.com. Also out of Arley, dog sports fans can get excited to hear about a new sport gaining traction across the country. Barn hunt is gathering crowds in states like Texas, California, and Florida from all types of dog owners. MTM's Katie Miller takes a look at one barn in western Montana trying to get into the hunt.
Know he can do it, so we're going to still.
These dogs are ready to search for mice in a new dog training sports event called Barn Hunt.
This barn just outside of Arley belongs to a family helping dog owners all across Montana prepare for upcoming sports competitions.
The mice are placed inside PVC tubes and scattered through hay bales and barns waiting to be found. Montana canine sports dog trainer Jessica Clough says this activity helps dogs expand their energy and use hunting instincts.
They learn a bunch of other skills on top of that. They learn how to be polite and have manners and still have fun and hunt and get dog cookies and play with toys and hang out with their owner.
Clough has more than 30 years of dog training experience and offers in-facility and online training courses from doggy yoga to fat dog camps. Betty Munoz drives almost 2 hours from Kalispell every Sunday to get her 2-year-old Shiloh Shepherd at the training.
She needs to be challenged. She's a herding dog. She's a working dog. And if I don't do stuff with her, she's going to get bored. And what I'm building with her is beauty and brains, and the scent discrimination that the barn hunt offers is right up her alley.
There are about 10 dogs from Montana attending this barn hunt class right now, and Clough says they are planning for a match in the spring. In Missoula, Katie Miller, MTN News.
And last before we take a break, this month's awaiting child is 16-year-old Tristan of Hamilton, who loves working on old cars and welding. MTN's Lauren Heiser has more on him.
My name is Tristan. I'm 16. I'm in 10th grade, and I like to work on cars. My favorite subject in school is welding. I'm a hands-on person, so I like to, work with stuff with my hands. When it comes from welding to working on cars to building.
Program director at the Linda Massa Youth Home, Anna Green, said she's learned a lot about Tristan. She described him as an independent and respectful kid with a kind heart.
What do I feel would be the most important in a family-like environment? I feel like that would be just the fact of fitting in.
Tristan enjoys spending most of his time with his friends and says the most important thing to him is learning about other people.
If we didn't have relationships, who would we be? We wouldn't be anybody. But if we have those relationships, we're able to understand what goes on and how to live life.
Tristan says he also loves motocross as well as track and field. In Hamilton, Lauren Heiser, MTN News.
And if you would like to learn more about Tristan, or if you have questions about fostering, you can call 657-3120.